this requires a little bit of audience participation, so I'm going to signal all of you at certain junctures of the poem, and I want you all to applaud. Let's give it a try. Yeah, and yeah, you can do that too. And you know, make it as insincere as possible. I mean, that's half the gag.
Okay.
All right, and this is called Bottom Level. Mom and Dad tell me as a child to avoid ingestion of lead paint chips, which have been clinically proven to contain arsenic / cyanide / strychnine / LSD / cocaine / heroin / smog and / or less than the maximum daily allowance of riboflavin. Too late the heroes, for I'd already done my share of munching and so was rendered fuck up for life. So later on in the screaming skin-knee school kid days, other children ran for me because I glowed in the dark like an Aurora monster model. Icing vegetation within a 30-foot radius. Oh, look at him, in my Superman suit. But what was happening wasn't my incredible powers. It was gang abuse, was alien virus haunting, unshakable. Now older, on my stage, refusing to act my age. This is me, let it be brain in a cage and proud. Red sign flickers for your loud, hoary approval, and I open my cranium, spurting jizz, blood, tears, brain cake, to show you. Meanwhile, in comfy suburbia nestled in nowhere, Leave It to Beaver Brady Bunch man finds himself irritated by board meeting, comes home to Ralph the Cocker Spaniel and the kids who are playing with their Beav and Wally dolls and watching the Cabbage Patch Kids on TV. Wife has a rolling pin and is using it to beat the dust out of the cat. 3 weeks dusty, but at a later time determined to be 3 weeks dead. Hi, honey, got my Wall Street Journal and my beer in the fridge, he smiles, slipping the youngest son into the sock drawer. Oh, I'm fine, wife trills, Windexing the toaster. She smiles picturesque and dreams of burying a meat cleaver in his forehead, and wouldn't it be nice, sing the Beach Boys on environmentally controlled radio. Hi, I said to her sad eyes, as Godzilla dismounts from his holy-ass 4x4 and caves my face in for talking to his girl. I bite him in his flabby alcoholic tit and run for pride. Vaunted, exalted pride is but a negligible thrill in the face of self-preservation. Tearfully crying in my fool beard, always ends this way. I nurse the bruises and I plot to neuter the evil bastard and his deceptive porcine slut while they sleep. This last, I think, would be paramount satisfying cruelty, getting them right where it hurts the most, in the raison d'etre. Proud of scarred saint I become of these wounds, for they name me martyr, a carrier of a little recognized state of mind, and when they fade I'm full of chagrin. The convenience store spiel. It's 7-Eleven and he wears a Harley vest. He leers and gags and is boisterous and loud and unruly with his beer buddies, and he talks about Leonard Skinner and kicking some faggot's ass. I try not to let him see me eyeing the comic books. Why? He's on his own fucking trajectory. He's got his own mission and agenda, and it has nothing to do with that worm in the corner. The blasphemy in his mind, the flotsam barely thought or whispered. The cardinal sin, fool, you bite back on every day in every aspect of this aberration you call a life. I am. It was a dream I had once. It was a sunny, clear day, and I was waist deep in the pool, and it was my duty on that day to keep an eye on the baby ducks. Inordinately large body count that day. Buoyant. Buoyant they would be, but every so often one would forget how to swim and so then drown painfully. Duty then, under circumstances, saw me having to dredge up the bodies that had floated to the bottom of the pool, which in the distortions of the dream had shriveled to the form of breakfast cereal marshmallows, and at the same time the abstract effect remained terrible and disturbed me profoundly because they retained the shape and the color of ducklings. About then I would hear the spectral burble of childhood enemies preparing to pelt me with rocks. I would hear bomber squadrons droning in. Can you relate? Dream as recorded has no beginning and no formal ending. It's just there, crucified in the time and the place of things, suspended, and that is all.
What are you doing?
Playing with the ants.
Why?
Don't look at me like that.
Why are you playing with the ants?
Because they're more fun than people and because they cause me no pain. Go away, you suck. You see the world through a rose-colored vantage point of what to be linear, limited in scope, such as you are, deluded slash, oppressive slash, happy slash, like all the others, but is it real? I think not. People like you make me long to be attached to a respirator, as in dead. This is fun. It's therapeutic for me, and who you would play judge and jury because I choose to play with the ants. Please go away. I was sitting in a small family-type eatery, sipping a cup of bad coffee. Gazing out the window, I saw a murder being committed in the distance. A man in a tank top chased a refined, demure-looking girl out of a beauty salon. He was screaming at her, smashing her delicate frame against a chain-link fence. She objecting, struggling, her beaten face beet red. She wanted to escape but couldn't. He wouldn't let her. I felt very frightened. I felt very frightened for her. My bovine waitress poured me more bad coffee, stared and smiled at the carnage. My husband did that to me last night, she said warmly. Why, I asked. Oh, it was Valentine's Day. He wanted to give me a romantic evening. I'm afraid, I told her. We should get help. I think she's in trouble. I think he's really going to hurt her. The waitress eyed me like I was a blasphemer. Why, she asked. It's so obvious how in love they are. And who the hell are you to come between two lovers? You make me sick, mister. Enjoy your coffee. And she left me there to watch. I became very upset, and before anyone came to help the girl, the man killed her.